The reason for me creating the Future 5 Youth Council was to get a real representation and reflection of what the needs are within the community. I've got a little bit disillusioned over the years with listening to other professionals telling me what the young people need whilst they sit in their offices. So the best way to find out what the community needs is to go and ask them. So I identified young people for different reasons that were involved in the community. It may be breaking into the courts, it might have been just sat down on the sidelines and find out why they weren't getting involved in sport and what the issues are.
The Youth Council started back in early 2016. Each member had different ways they wanted to tackle antisocial behaviour.
One day I just went to South Bristol Sports Centre with some friends, had a kickabout and met James Edwards. Just had a casual chat obviously because you had to sign in and stuff and put your personal details down, and just obviously got into a conversation about how I wanted to play football but couldn't because of like cost and travel issues, and yeah, I just sort of got an email a few weeks later I believe, and yeah, haven't looked back since.
So it was when I was doing the holiday camps as a young kid. James was always there and I was always there, and then one day he just asked me.
I got recruited by turning up to South Bristol Sports Centre one time just playing football with my mates. Just signed up my email and met James, showed him like the videos that I created like as a background like on YouTube, and he was very impressed with the stuff that I've made, so he asked me to come on to this youth council to help provide in terms of social media aspects.
So every young person I invited on to the youth council came with different reasons for being there and different aspects of why they were or weren't involved in sport in South Bristol. Each of them have been given their autonomy to do projects or to do the media or to design or to deliver the projects. There was no restrictions on what they can and can't do, and what I did find was that all of the young people bonded together and all helped each other out with different projects.
They immediately came out with ideas of a half-term holiday camp, free football sessions for girls of any ability or age, and a free five-a-side football league for 14 to 18-year-olds. There were impressions made to the general public as well.
Yes, well, I first heard of them, you guys, quite a while ago. Obviously, James Edwards, I know, helped put the Youth Council together. I knew James through the Robbins Foundation, and I was really interested how he'd brought a group of young people from a community together and, you know, given them the access to put events and courses on for people of similar age group and anyone, to be honest, from the community to help use a facility. It was a really different, novel idea and real potential in terms of how can you get people involved and make a difference.
I was impressed with their passion and commitment to the projects they're on. I mean, it takes a lot when you have to contend with school or college and then have to come down here afterwards and commit to all these schemes, and it's difficult if you're not necessarily being paid to do it. So to show the passion that you guys have shown is fantastic, and the achievements that you guys have been awarded are well deserved.
It wasn't long before the Youth Council started getting noticed by influencers. Towards that, they received their first reward from Somerset Football Association. The Youth Council won the Best Inclusive Project in 2017. After that award, there was more. The Youth Council received the award for Best Community Club of the Year with the Bristol City by the EFL, the English Football League. The Youth Council have done a lot of things over the years to make their voices heard, be it from going live on Channel 2 on a Tuesday afternoon from London, be it being on the local news, be it on the radio. They got invited to many talks in front of influential people in Bristol, started up a social media page. They got involved with a hell of a lot, and I think most people in Bristol were aware of who and what the Future Fives did. That didn't stop there. The girls of the Youth Council, Mel Wilkinson, Lauren and Grace Phillips, went to the Women FA Awards in 2018.
It's difficult to put into words. The only thing I can say is I'm very grateful to have been, to still be involved with the group and to obviously have all the opportunities that were given to us, and just, yeah, can't thank everyone enough who were involved and helped us along our journey.
Listen, I was really impressed with the commitment of all the young people involved. They were doing their schoolwork alongside turning up every Monday night. I don't think any of them missed the session. They were there before the session started and they stayed after the session ended. I think this was something that they were all very passionate about, and I think if you're passionate about something, you give 110% to everything you do.
So what do you think the Youth Council and the general public think the next step should be?
I guess the question is, what next?
We're getting older. Michael's the only one that's not 18 as of yet.
Just to keep going.
This is something great we've managed to achieve together. How do we make sure that this has a legacy and the next group can come through and keep achieving the things that you guys have done?
Find some more people.
I think the next stage would be to get a better reflection of the younger generation of South Bristol. So I think what would happen next was we would get the existing members to go and identify young people in the community like themselves who were at the same point of where they were 3 or 4 years ago, and really get them involved in helping to structure what happens next in South Bristol.